Our Creator God is active throughout our world, and it is amazing when He invites you and I to join Him in His activity. It's an act of grace to invite us, and it's our responsibility to join Him in His activity. We are now in India. What a wonderful place to serve.
Last week we decided to show up. Let's see what God did with us.
Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before His presence with singing.
One of the most important things we wanted to do on this trip was to distribute Bibles. Money had been raised at the church to buy these Bibles and give them to people in India. The people we chose to give them to were two villages. One was where we did an eye clinic. Another was a shanty town that was alongside the railroad track. The people in this village don't really have a church. They just meet in the front lawn of the pastor's house. But he's got over 50 people showing up. One of the main reasons for us going was to conduct eye camps. Over 3 days we conducted 3 camps. We had over 600 people show up and we gave away at least 500 pairs of glasses. Many of these people had never had a pair of glasses before, or had such bad cataract surgery or some other accident that they could hardly see. Now we couldn't help everyone, but the people we did help seemed to really appreciate what was done.
याद रखो के वही एक खुदा है हमको ये जीवन उसी ने दिया है उस चारागाह से हम सब हैं
The other major aspect of our trip was pastors training. Tom Townsend trained the pastors, while Mary Baronis trained the pastors' wives. On any given day, Tom had at least 20 pastors in his class, and he taught for 3 days. Mary had an equal number of women in her class. And while Tom had a nice classroom to teach in, Mary had to teach her class in a stairwell. But every day, at least 20 women showed up, and sometimes a few kids came with them. One of the coolest things we got to do was dedicate a new church. Several years ago, Pastor Chaco came to Crestwood, and as part of his trip, we raised enough money to build an actual church. This village had never had a church before. It met under a tree. It was a Hindu and Muslim village. But for whatever reason, a Muslim man decided to donate the land to him. And so all they had to do was find the money to actually build a church. And Crestwood provided that money. The building means more to them than we can probably understand. Because with the building, they're legitimate. They have the right to gather and do whatever they want to do, and no one will really bother them. So they're going to use this church to have, of course, church services, but it's going to be a daycare center, a school, and they're going to be able to spread the word to people because they have this building. On the day we dedicated it, there had to have been at least 100 people there. These are all believers in this small little village in the middle of nowhere who for the first time had a place to actually worship. Part of the ceremony for the dedication, they made lunch for us. You tell a lot of work and effort went into the food here. It was all made outside, and when they sat down to eat, like everyone in the village had come just for this. John 13:35 tells us that Jesus said that you will know his disciples because they love one another. If anything else, that's probably what we tried to do on this trip. We just tried to show these people that there are people in the world who care about them and love them, and that's why we went.